Welcome to Ear Biscuits, the podcast where two lifelong friends talk about life for a long time. I'm Rhett.
And I'm Link this week at the round table of dim lighting. I hope Rhett has an embarrassing story to tell. I believe that he does. We also want to subject ourselves to the test, the official test to determine if we actually think alike.
The definitive test.
And more. And more.
Well,
today only on Ears Biscuit.
I debated whether or not I should even tell this story on the internet.
It's not a debate, man. It's not a debate. Listen, I feel like I set a good example, and now you need to follow it.
We think you set an example, which we're not going to say what it is because we don't want to spoil it.
No, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. This past weekend, we went to the wedding of Jacob, our chief operating officer here at Mythical.
What a fun wedding.
Great wedding. Great people.
There was a party one night, and there were 2 bowling lanes.
Yeah.
It's a good little venue if you go over to the side, and there's 2 full bowling lanes. Last time that happened to me, I was in the White House.
That's right. It was very White House-like.
Yeah.
But better.
I think they might have had 4 lanes in the bottom of the White House.
In my mind, it was 2, but I don't know.
In my mind, it was 2.
But you just said 4.
I know.
So in your mind, it's 2, but in your heart, it's 4?
I don't know. I'm keeping my options open.
So there were 2 parties. There's a lot of alcohol served, but I'm currently not drinking alcohol. I'm on a little dry spell. And so in order to make myself feel like I'm drinking alcohol, I'm getting soda waters with bitters and lime, which is my wife's go-to drink, because she doesn't really drink either.
Mm-hmm.
Because it looks like you have a drink in your hand, and it kind of tastes like you might be drinking.
Because it's got some bitters.
And also, both of these parties, the bartender was happy to make a mocktail. And they actually were enthusiastic about mocktails.
They need to be, because more and more people are ordering them. And they charge the same amount of money for the mocktail as they do for the tail.
But when the wedding people are paying for the drinks, you don't have to think about that.
Nope.
So,
did you order a mocktail or did you just order the bitters?
I drink so much liquid, especially night 2. Because we were that night 2 was the wedding, and then the wedding ceremony. And also, I typically do not stay until a wedding reception is over. And the only reason I did on this particular day was because when the wedding ceremony or when the wedding reception was supposed to end at midnight, it was your birthday.
That's right. I was ready to go to bed.
Well, originally you were ready to go to a different venue.
Oh yeah,
to keep the party going.
I have big plans, man. I wanted to go to a second venue and keep the party going, and
I knew that Christy didn't want to, and without even consulting with her, I leaned over to Jesse and I said, at like 11:15, I said, "Are we still going to that place that Link wants to go after? Because me and Christy don't want to." And I hadn't even talked to her. And she was, and then when Christy found that out, she was like, "You're all right, I don't want to go."
Well, unfortunately for y'all, I didn't want to go either.
If you had wanted to go, I would have gone.
So
and maybe things would have turned out different. Maybe my story would not be what it is.
So we turned in at like 12:30.
Yeah.
12:15.
So I got to my room and I had some of my like nighttime medicines that I take, supplemental things, and so more water. It's the key note here. And then I drift off to sleep. I do not remember the dream. I do not remember the dream. I wish I remember the details. But I do remember the sensation that awoke me.
Yeah.
I'm a 47-year-old man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And this 47-year-old man awoke at 3 a.m. with the sensation of a warm liquid being emitted onto my right thigh. Pretty far down the thigh.
Come on.
And I woke up and said to myself, holy shit, am I pissing myself right now? And the resounding answer was yes. And I admit,
you currently pissing yourself.
Yeah, and I immediately.
It wasn't over.
But I immediately, as soon as I understood what was happening, stopped it.
Did you pinch it with your fingers?
No, hands free. I don't. What kind of moron do you think I am?
Well, sometimes if it's gushing, you got to pinch it.
I have full pelvic floor control. I can stop my piss stream at any point.
You think you can?
At least I still can at this age. And let me just say, this was a familiar feeling, not a recently familiar feeling, but I was a bedwetter as a child.
Good.
I don't remember exactly the year that it stopped. Before puberty. No, I probably went.
It was later than.
I probably went until
what you would have hoped.
I probably still had like occasional. I mean, I definitely still had it happen to me in North Carolina, and I was 6 when we moved to North Carolina. So it would be like, a couple times a year, maybe that first year. I don't know. So I was a bedwetter. And I remember that same sensation of waking up and you're just like, you're ashamed, but you're also a kid in the 80s when it happened to me.
Yeah.
When it happens to you as a 47-year-old man who has had a lot of water, I mean, I cannot tell you how much water. I could tell you it contributed to a lot of piss that escaped me before I realized what was happening. And you're at a hotel.
And you don't remember that you were dreaming about peeing or
I'm sure I was,
pee,
because I have lots of dreams that I have to pee, and then I wake up and piss in a toilet. Not tonight, my friend.
So did you jump out of bed?
Well, no. When it stopped, I was like, okay,
Go back.
how much damage have I done? And I felt down there, and I was like, okay, well, my underwear's wet. I'm still coming to,
You're trying to figure out if you're just going to lay in it?
No, I'm trying to figure out how much damage I've done. Like, do I need to wake my wife up? Do we need to evacuate? I don't know.
Evacuate? Just go to the bathroom, dude.
And so I feel, and then I'm like, oh shit, it's on the bed. Oh. There's quite a bit on the bed.
Oh, yes.
So I get up.
This is not your bed.
I go to the bathroom and proceed to pee, probably for a minute. I want you to understand how much I was pissing.
I understand, I guess, yeah.
Good news, as I'm looking into the bowl, I realize that the water is not being discolored at all, meaning I'm basically peeing water.
So you're talking yourself into just sleeping on it?
No. Why is that the thing that you're keying in on? Of course I've got to go back to sleep. I'm going to sleep on the floor after that, or a hammock, set up a hammock? No, I go and I put a towel over the wet spot, just like I did when I was 7.
Okay.
But the thing I was worried about that I wanted to be able to just go to sleep without worrying about is like, I didn't want a piss stain on this hotel bed.
No, you don't want to be that guy.
I want somebody to think, because I was checking out the next morning, I want somebody to think that, well, I thought about this. I think the housekeepers are just like, well, a squirter was in this bed. And they probably encounter this quite a bit. Okay. And let's not get into the is squirt pee debate. I know that it's at least, is it mostly pee, some pee? I don't know.
It would be a good way to deflect from your embarrassment.
When a housekeeper
talk about that.
encounters a wet spot in a hotel bed, they don't immediately think an adult man has pissed himself. They think an adult woman has squirted herself, probably. And that brought me some comfort.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this is true. Maybe it can bring you comfort that
There's a
a
lot
lot of adult men who pee themselves.
I think there's more squirters than bedwetters. Squirting has become much more popular.
Okay.
Much more
Then
popular.
then wet in your bed. Yeah.
Bedwetting is on a decline.
I can understand that.
Squirting is on an upswing. Bedwetting is on a decline.
Okay. But you know, I've done it. And I talked about it on this show.
Yeah, right. You did. You have.
But it was at my mom's house.
I don't know what's worse.
It was in
I got to
guest
leave.
bed.
I got to leave.
Yeah.
And just let a housekeeper think somebody squirted in the bed, and I don't have to think about it anymore.
Yeah, we had to think about it some more.
I'm never going back to that hotel. I'm not sleeping in that bed again. There's trauma associated with that bed.
For both of us, it was somebody else's bed.
Yep.
I think that's a factor.
Yeah.
I do remember when it happened to me for the next week, I was real paranoid when I would go to sleep. I wouldn't drink anything.
I've cut down on my nighttime
I woke up
waters.
in the morning and I would be like, I would just wake up. Oh, did I pee myself? That was like a week. I had this complex
it hasn't
about
been that bad, and I definitely, it was an excessive amount. I don't wake up to pee at night in general. I mean, maybe 2 times a month.
Okay.
But I don't like having to wake up to pee. You have to get up, it's disruptive or whatever. So I try to stop drinking water after dinner.
Oh.
You know, and really if you get enough water during the day, which I don't, but if you do, you can stop drinking at that point. You won't be like dehydrated or anything. Some people recommend that for better sleep.
Jessie never woke up.
No, but the first thing I said when I woke up and she woke up is I said, and I think I said it in a baby voice. I said, I went to bed. I went to bed last night.
And what did she say?
She comforted me. She said, they'll probably just think it was a squirt. No, she didn't say that.
She probably said, ooh, did you get on my side?
She didn't care.
She sat there and slept in it all night. You laid back on it.
I laid on top of a towel.
A towel. So you just smushed it down.
Well, what? Okay, explain what you did when you're happened at your mom's house.
I put down a towel and I lay back on it.
Yeah, right. Well, give me an alternative. I mean,
strip the bed, but then you're waking up your partner.
There's no reason to do that. And again, in the broad daylight,
I guess
streaming through the window, there was literally no demarcation of the wet spot. It was completely colorless. Which is very unusual for me.
Okay.
I mean, if you ask Davin, who, and Sierra, I think was helping with that, who dealt with our pee for that GMM episode.
Yeah, I felt bad for him. And they had some notes about your pee.
My pee, well, they said y'all's pee.
Stinky.
They said both of our pee was stinky and very yellow. That's what I heard.
Huh.
But I drank so much that night, water, that it just came out completely.
You've been nervous ever since, like I was?
No, so I don't know why. Maybe it's because I've got more experience bedwetting. And wetting the bed once doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to do it again in the near future, because it's the circumstances. And the circumstances were excessive liquids in my body.
Okay. Well, welcome to the club. The middle-aged men who've peed a bed, but not their own bed club.
But I've also, this wasn't the first time I've done it 2 times. This is the second time I've done it as an adult. And I think I said that when you told the story.
Oh, well then I was welcome to the club. And you just renewed your membership. It's good for another 7 years, I think.
But I haven't looked up anything, which is surprising, about why. You know, what is it?
Yeah, you had to pee. You don't need to know why.
Right, but there's a reason.
If it keeps happening, you might need to know why.
But there's a reason that you wet your bed as a kid. Like you know, I don't know what it is, but there's.
Did they do anything to fix that? Like whoop you, shame you?
No, my parents were good about that, about not making me feel bad about it. They knew that I did not need any help feeling bad about it. It's such a shameful thing to piss your bed.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, yeah, is it?
So don't feel bad about it.
Well, no, but is there like, is it a? I bet you if I started looking up WebMD stuff, it would be like, could be a sign of, and then it would.
And
be
that's why
things
you
that-
don't need to
that-
do it.
That would scare me. No, I haven't done it.
Yeah, don't do that.
I haven't done it because it happened to you, and you
Sounds
seem to
like
be
you're
in
still thinking about
relatively good health.
Googling it.
I'm
don't.
not. I've thought about it. Is what I said.
Yeah, don't do that.
But I haven't been worried about it because I haven't been even waking up to pee at all.
Okay, good. I'm glad you're not
And
worried
also,
about it.
I'm not. If it happens at my house, I'm not worried about it that happened at my house. I mean, I'd
The
be
main
worried.
thing was someone else having to see it and think something about you.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, because think if it happens in foreign places, happening at a hotel is one thing. Happening at somebody's house you're staying with, I mean, your mom, that's not that big of a deal. But like, what if you are somebody invites you to sleep in their guest bed?
Right.
I mean, this is worse than clogging someone's toilet at a party.
Oh yeah.
Which I also did, by the way, at that same hotel room.
No, what?
Yeah, clogged the toilet.
You're just wreaking havoc. You're a horrible guest.
And it wasn't even that much shit.
What? Hey, come on.
It wasn't.
So you
It
clogged
wasn't,
the
in
toilet
fact-
and you peed the bed?
It wasn't. In fact,
You're the worst.
I preemptively, when there was a little bit of toilet paper in there,
I bet you drank from the fridge, the little mini bar, and then you put half things back so you won't get charged.
I didn't. And then I flushed it, and it stopped, and I was like, what? Now, it was a very pretty toilet.
You told me it was painted.
It was painted, and I think that the paint must have created some sort of friction in the hole.
They painted the whole bowl?
The whole bowl, all the way down and again into it.
What
I think
color was it? Dark?
Multiple colors. It was a beautiful toilet.
What?
And I had never seen anything like that. And Jessie was like, oh, I wanted to do this at so-and-so, one of the things that she was doing, but they didn't end up wanting it. It was a beautiful toilet. I almost felt bad about taking a shit in it.
Too much friction.
And I think maybe the paint caused extra friction because it wasn't that much stuff. And then I thought to myself,
Damn, what else did you do?
I think that's all. I'll keep thinking. I was like, I gotta call the front desk and request a plunger because I'm not going down there. And the way that this hotel was set up, you were there, in order to get to my room, I had to walk through like a restaurant and a pool deck. And like, it was a crowded, very cool hotel.
Yeah.
And, and I'd been recognized a few times. And I don't want to be like, oh, I wonder where Rhett's going with that plunger, So
You asked them to deliver a plunger?
they did, and the guy shows up with the plunger, and I like reach my hand out to take it from him. He just goes past me and goes into the. I got quiet. I didn't know what to say.
Oh.
Now there's nothing in the toilet. It's just sitting water.
Okay. I'm glad you're giving us these details.
Sitting water, because it's the whatever is deep in the toilet.
Okay, great.
And he just comes in there and boom, boom, he's done. And I'm like, I'd give him a nod.
See, that's
little did I know that night I would also wet the bed.
And then the next morning you're like, can I get a towel? And then they come in with a towel and they're like, and then they just go by you and clean up the pee.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
I mean, I think that may be worse than the pee is calling for a plunger and then the guy is like, he goes right by you.
He seems like he's done it. Plenty.
You tried to take the plunger.
But yeah.
And then he kept going, knowing that he's about to plunge your poo-poo. And you're standing there, just waiting for him to come back out and nod your head.
Well, it could have been my wife. He doesn't know.
Oh, he knew.
If there had been a floating turd in there, I would have blamed it on her.
Floating turd wouldn't have been a problem.
She doesn't know her own strength. Just say something. Just say something like that.
Damn. So you really.
I really used the hotel for all it's worth.
Man. They have peanuts with Old Bay seasoning on them.
I had some.
I had some of those too.
Jessie opened those up. The minibar was
weren't
quite
as good as I thought they would
quite
be.
Impressive.
I'm trying to think what else you could have done to damage this hotel and embarrass yourself.
Well, with a bodily fluid.
Well, then let's just leave it be. let's just leave that conversation be.
So yeah,
welcome back to the club. You're renewed.
Yeah, but I don't.
It happens to the best of us.
But does it? I mean,
yes.
If we were to start asking.
Yeah.
You okay?
Let us know.
If you
call us and tell us your story of peeing the bed as an adult.
Only if you're a middle-aged man.
Well, you can be a woman, but you can't be a pregnant woman who's laughing because we know y'all pee everywhere.
I think you have to have a penis to answer this question. I'm sorry.
Really?
I'm going to discriminate here because the penis is a completely different system. And so women might pee themselves for any number of reasons. And it could be squirt. I don't know. Like I don't want to confuse this. If you have a penis and you're an adult, okay?
Call us.
When was the last time you pissed a bed?
Call us and tell us about
how did it make you feel?
Yep. 1-888-EARPOD-1.
Managing finances used to feel like an endless struggle filled with overdraft fees, surprise payments, and constant worry about having enough money. It was a stressful cycle. That's why Chime's approach is so appealing.
They truly understand that every dollar counts. By setting up direct deposit, you unlock valuable features like free overdraft coverage, the possibility of getting paid up to 2 days early, and the assurance of no hidden fees.
Getting paid early with Chime provides much needed breathing room between paychecks. Their real-time alerts help keep track of every expense.
They can catch a suspicious charge immediately with their quick, helpful assistance from their 24/7 support team.
Plus, having access to over 50,000 fee-free ATMs is incredibly convenient. Chime offers banking done right. No monthly or maintenance fees and free overdraft up to $200 with qualifying direct deposits.
They've already spotted members over $30 billion, which is real financial progress.
Start working towards your financial goals with Chime today.
Open an account in 2 minutes at chime.com/ear. That's chime.com/ear.
Chime feels like progress.
Chime is a financial technology company, not a bank. Banking services and debit card provided by the Bancorp Bank N.A. or Stride Bank N.A. Members FDIC. Spot me eligibility requirements and overdraft limits apply. Timing depends on submission of payment file. Fees apply at out-of-network ATMs. Bank ranking and number of ATMs according to U.S. News and World Report 2023. Chime checking account required.
I got a little thing that happened to me this morning that might make you feel a little better.
Okay.
It was embarrassing, and I had to be cleaned up by someone. So let this make you feel a little better. I went to the dentist this morning, and I swear, every time I go to the dentist, right after the dentist, I come in here and I record a podcast. I think every single time it always happens. Like the freshest thing I do after going to the dentist is an episode of Ear Biscuits. It's just something that's happened tens of hundreds of times maybe. And you know what? I'm pretty good at being at the dentist. I got a positive report and everything, but this time something happened that's never happened before. I guess it's my fault. She handed me the sucker. That thing.
She let you do it yourself.
Yeah, and I'm holding it the whole time. And then at certain points, she'll like spray the water in my mouth and she'll say, swish and rinse. And I did that once and it was fine. And then the second time I swished and rinsed, like she put a lot of water in there and I'm like swishing around. And then
She's not saying swish and rinse, right? She's saying swish and close.
Well, she told me, just suction, swish and suction. Really, all she said was swish. I don't know what word she used, but yeah, I'm taking the tube and putting it in my own mouth. And I'm sucking up all of the water and junk that she sprayed in there. And I'm laying back, of course. And I don't know what I did, but I guess I was trying to bring all of this liquid to the tube. And I put the tube deep, but I brought the liquid. I went like this with my mouth. Bring my mouth to and when I did that, all of this water didn't go. It sucked into the tube. It just gushed out everywhere. You know, it was like I was a volcano of spit and water. I don't know. Maybe it was squirt too.
Yeah, probably a little.
Now
bit.
that you've mentioned it so damn much, and then it's just coming all out of my mouth and going everywhere.
It's a mouth squirt.
And then I figured out how to use it again, and I'm like, oh. sorry. And then she's like taking the thing and like, dabbing my neck and cleaning me up.
Does your hygienist
how.
not instruct you? Look, the only thing you have to do when the thing is in your mouth is close your lips around it and it takes all the water out of your mouth.
Yeah.
Regardless, you don't have to go fishing for the water.
I was trying to push it forward to the front of my mouth.
Water can be anywhere in your whole head. You close your lips around it, it goes into the tube every time.
Well,
Does she not tell you that? Because
she assumed I knew that.
my woman just says close.
But does she put it in?
Yeah, she puts it in and she does some stuff and then she's like, close, and I go, it's like a vacuum lock. It's like my mouth becomes the door to the shuttle. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I do it myself, and I did.
I don't like your dentist.
Yeah. And what I'll
That's
do
not
is
a DIY thing.
I'll close down on it, and once it sucks everything out, it'll create suction where like my cheeks go in. Everything just starts getting sucked into that tube. If a tooth's loose, it's gonna come out.
Well, then you let go. That's what.
And then it's hard to let go, and then you let go, and then everything's good, and then I do it one more time. I just get obsessive about it. I thought I had a new way to do it, but I erupted all over myself.
But I can safely say that's never happened to me.
It will now.
I don't think it's going
Bet
to.
you it will. Bet you it will.
What did she say when you did that? It's okay, or she said, "What the
"Oh,
hell's wrong with you?"
I said, whoops, sorry. She was like, it's okay. I got you. I got
It's
it.
okay.
It's okay. I got
It
it.
happens all the time. She didn't say that. Say that much.
What the hell's wrong with you?
She didn't say it happens all the time because it doesn't.
Did you also pee yourself? Because that happens a lot in here.
Yeah.
I could have peed myself because I was concentrating a lot on keeping my pelvic floor loose, relaxed.
While you're at the dentist?
Yeah. Try not to pucker my anus too much because, you get tense whenever they're in your mouth scraping and doing stuff and everything gets tense. You might get your hands in a fist. You might get your anus in a ball. Your toes might curl up. All of this stuff is just tension. And you got to decide to relax. And maybe pee yourself a little bit. But that didn't happen. Does that make you feel better?
Not really.
She cleaned up after me. It was all over me. She came in and just cleaned it up.
Because
what
happened
if you'd
to
have
you-
called room service? They'd have come in and cleaned you up like you were in a hospital.
But what happened to you was just a result of a dumb decision that you made in the moment. What happened to me is there's something's wrong with me.
Nothing's wrong with you.
No, in that moment,
You had to pee, dude. Here. Why are you saying something's wrong with you?
I'm just saying.
That's what's wrong with you. Is saying something's wrong with you that's what's wrong with you.
But there's
Don't
lots of people who drink a lot of water
Don't
and
say there's
then they
something
just
wrong with
wake
you.
up and pee in a toilet.
Well, your track record's pretty good.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, listen. It had happened to me again. It's not gonna happen to you again.
I will say,
Nothing's wrong with you.
even though I'm 1,000%,
People are calling right now, leaving voicemails to make you feel better.
I'm 1,000% you've already forgotten about this, and probably you didn't pick up on it at the time. But we were told in that GMM episode, I don't know when it's coming out, that you had low iron and that I had severely low iron.
Uh-huh.
I just want you to know that was bullshit. And David told me it was probably bullshit because I was asking him for a couple of the results.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, I wouldn't take too much stock in that thing because it was like it was a really cheap test that we got from Amazon, and it was like it looked like a COVID test. It wasn't like a numerical measurement. It was like, how bright is this line kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, I got my blood work done, and my iron level was optimal. So don't worry about that. You're not you weren't, but I'm just letting you know.
I wasn't. Thank you. I was counting on something like that being the case.
Yeah.
Thank you for looking into it.
But inevitably,
Yeah.
we will be diagnosed with something in the comments. Somebody's gonna be like, "Oh, if Rhett is severely low on iron, that means
And he's peeing the bed.
Peeing the bed. Like if you don't hear this
Mm-hmm.
part where I'm not severely low, my blood work was great.
Right.
Cholesterol is a little bit high, LDL. So is yours. We got to work on that. But that's pretty much it. Perfect health other than that.
Yeah. Then see, move forward.
But the
move forward with confidence. Or
it's
just
tough. It's
just start
tough,
sleeping
man.
with a diaper.
Well, it
there
did
will
cross
come a day.
my mind. Or I'll get a waterbed. Get a waterbed because the mattress is a rubber. Is rubber.
Oh, I thought that would actually make it more watery, which you thought was a good thing.
No, it just means that you can't you can't stain your mattress.
Okay.
My mattress, when I was a bedwetter, it matched the mattress that you would sleep on when you would come over.
The one with the Western theme on it?
It was not Western theme.
Stagecoaches?
It was United States history. It was like, it had multiple United States history things on it. Maybe there was a stagecoach. But there was also like, I think Susan B. Anthony I had a history. I'm so good at history because of that mattress.
It was, except for the parts that you stained beyond recognition with your pee.
What I'm saying is that you couldn't see the pee stains because it was a light brown and dark brown it was a light brown mattress.
Yeah, I remember
with like dark brown and black
illustrations.
It's the mattress that you would get for and come to think of it, it's the mattress that you would get for a kid that peed the bed. My parents, I always wondered why my parents thought he needs this little extra touch of history. It was because they knew I was gonna piss all over that thing and they didn't want to see it. I peed all over the history of our great nation.
Which is why you'll never run for office, because we don't want that coming out.
Yeah. It's somewhere in a landfill.
This man!
Somebody will dig it up. It's got piss all over it. You know what this man thinks about the history of the United States? He pisses on it. He might as well be pissing on the flag.
I mean, it wasn't the Constitution.
I don't remember.
If you flip the mattress, it's just the Constitution.
Maybe.
I hope you didn't pee on the Constitution.
I wouldn't have done that.
Intentionally?
Not intentionally.
What about going drag, dressing up?
I'll do that.
Dressing up as a drag queen.
I have done that.
He has done that. So now we both done it. It's available on the Mythical Society. Our Rhett's performance moves, dance moves, is his look. Like, what did they do? You're gonna have to go to the Mythical Society to find out.
Go, do that. All right, let's take a question or something or whatever.
Hey, Rhett Link. My name's Drew from Northern New York. And I was just curious because me as a Northern New Yorker who is someone who is absolutely not from New York City, you can't go walking around telling people that you're from New York and then they're immediately like, oh, you're from Manhattan? No.
Mm-hmm.
From the rest of the state. Us New Yorkers, we constantly debate on the different sections of New York State like it's a war, and none of us can agree on one set-up thing that we can actually describe to one another. So I was curious, is there anything like that for you people in the Carolinas? Is there anything that you disagree harshly with each other about all the time like we do with our regions of New York? That's all. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, there's a few. There's a few things.
First of all, can I just say that, like, yeah, if you're from New York State, he said far north. Upstate New York is what I heard. I guess he's so far north, he's further north than upstate.
I think I would say upstate if I were him, even if he isn't.
But he didn't. He said very northern.
Yeah, upstate's probably like not all the way at the top or something.
I know there's other cities in New York, the state.
Syracuse.
Albany.
Buffalo.
Oh, Buffalo? You pulled out. Okay.
Buffalo's way up there, isn't it? It's very cold.
Schenectady. Is that something?
Sounds like it is.
Schenectady?
Mm-hmm.
Where did that one come from? It's like anatomy class or something.
Did you have that on your mattress?
No, I did not have.
You had the cities in New York mattress?
I don't know what I had on my mattress.
What was your mattress?
Maybe I was the one with the stagecoaches.
I don't know.
So, yeah, there's more to New York than just the city. I hear it's beautiful up there. Wouldn't know, though.
We don't have the specific same issue that you deal with New York. That's not something that happens in North Carolina to the same degree. But what happens out here? If you say you're from North Carolina, this happened to me yesterday. 94% of the time, what do they say? What do they mention?
Don't know. They mention Asheville.
Asheville.
They mention Asheville. Everybody in that. I think Asheville's Asheville.
Asheville.
Asheville was hurting with the floods and stuff, and it's still hurting.
Yeah.
And that's what people can talk about now. But previous to that, it was just how everybody's moving to Nashville and how cool and cultural it is.
To me, what happened yesterday wasn't even about the floods. It was about, well, I've been to Asheville. Because if you're in if you're in California and you're in the entertainment industry, which many people are out here, maybe something took you to Asheville or something took you to Wilmington. And so those are the cities that will get mentioned.
Right.
And then I'll be like, well, I'm from the central part of the state near Raleigh. And, even though Raleigh's way bigger than Asheville.
It's not really a destination.
But it kind of is the thing is. It's just not in the same way that Asheville is. It's a great city and it's growing. But
I don't think people up and say, I want to visit Raleigh.
Yeah, that's true. But a lot of people are like, I'm moving to Raleigh.
Yeah, that's happening.
So that happens a lot. The dispute, well, the interesting thing about North Carolina is the dispute, there's a regional dispute, which we'll talk about in a moment. But the thing that makes it so interesting in the Triangle area is it's not a regional dispute. It's literally the fact that these three schools, Duke, Carolina, and State, are all right next to each other. And so it's not like a typical state where everyone in this part of the state is, like in South Carolina, for instance. Okay, if you're on the western part of the state, you're probably a Clemson fan.
Right.
Or if you're closer to Columbia, you're a South Carolina fan. But what if both of those schools were in the same city? And so that happens a lot. So there's like almost real hatred. It
can tear families apart.
It gets just, I'm in a mixed marriage. My wife went to Carolina.
Yeah.
And so, it has, the fact is that she doesn't care that much, so it doesn't really come up. But the thing that happens regionally, but I've never heard anyone fight over this, is just the barbecue sauce. The nature of the barbecue as you move across the state.
Right. I mean, North Carolina's got anywhere from 3 to probably maybe even 6 distinct barbecue sauces. But when you go down to South Carolina, you got the South Carolina mustard-based sauce.
Which is really mostly Columbia.
Right. And it happens to be my favorite. But I've always felt bad about it because we in North Carolina pride ourselves on our barbecue and our barbecue sauces. So to say, well, mine is actually from the underbelly of North Carolina. I think we made up this joke. I don't think anybody ever told it to us, but we have always referred to South Carolina as the underbelly.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people out here, when they remember we're from the Carolinas, they can't remember which one.
Yeah.
And if they say South Carolina, we always act offended.
Right.
Because we have this idea.
We're not Hootie and the Blowfish.
That they're the underbelly. We're more sophisticated. We have actual cities. We have paved roads that they take care of.
Right.
We have laws that protect our citizens. Like, yes, you have to wear a helmet when you're on a motorcycle.
Yeah.
No, you can't blow yourself to bits with any type of firework paraphernalia you want to buy.
We have some rules.
And we have local, regional, and state government.
Yeah.
None of these things.
Yeah, they don't even
as far as I'm aware,
they don't even have police
or
in
even
South
in
Carolina.
South Carolina. It is a chaos state. It's like the purge down there. And that's the only reason I have a podcast with my dad.
Mm-hmm. To protect him.
To protect him. Just to raise his profile a little bit down there in Myrtle Beach so that he can feel a little more insulated.
You don't have to have a tag on
by fame
on your car down there. No tags on your car, your motorcycle, your golf cart.
Oh yeah, and you can drive
Gator, you can drive any road.
type of
there's no
motorized vehicle. You can drive on any road, and just drive on the right, just like everywhere else. But you don't really have to.
Yeah,
because there's no lines,
and the dogs don't. It's against the law to put them on a leash. It's one of the few laws, actually.
Yeah, do not leash your dog.
Yeah. So that's why we'd say we're not from South Carolina. But we love their barbecue sauce.
We love the barbecue sauce, though, so it's tough.
I think that the barbecue sauce thing has really...
By the way, nobody who goes to Clemson is from South Carolina.
It's a different place.
It's like its own little...
And it's not a barbecue place, it's a meat and three place.
Yeah, so it's like...
The barbecue sauce thing is not what it used to be because of the internet, the age of information. Now you go to a barbecue restaurant pretty much anywhere, and they're going to have that mustard sauce as an option, even out here. You know, and you might have like Carolina sauce, Eastern Carolina sauce that's more vinegary. A lot of times you'll get both of the North Carolina sauces, both of the Carolina sauces in one restaurant, even barbecue restaurants out here.
So you get more the tomato-based and the vinegar-based, then you get the mustard-based, and if they want to go real crazy, then they can do the mayonnaise-based from that certain part of Alabama, which I like that too.
That hardly ever happens at a barbecue restaurant, though.
Is that supposed to go on chicken?
It still goes on smoked chicken.
Oh, yeah.
And
I'd like to get me some of that.
Of Alabama. I think it's northern Alabama. I can't remember.
That's a good one, though.
We thought about this a lot at one point.
Yeah.
But no one, there's some holdouts. I would expect that, like, your father-in-law is a holdout. You know, he's...
For vinegar-based?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because...
He lives there.
Different generation. He's in Eastern North Carolina.
Yeah, it's a way of life.
And so it'd be, like, offensive to put something else on barbecue.
Probably.
Right? But I think this generation, they're like, I don't care. Does it taste good? I'm not going to fight about it.
But that's it. That's it with South Carolina. It gives us something to look down on, just because they're south of us.
And then they can look down on Georgia, and then Georgia looks down on Florida.
Exactly. All right, let's take this test. How's this going to work?
Okay, so there is this thing going around where mostly for couples or really close best friends, like you guys, to see if you're on the same page, like same wavelength, like are you thinking alike? So I'll give you a word, and then you guys are going to have to say what word you think would go next.
Okay.
In this.
Got it.
And we say it like immediately.
Immediately. So I could do like, I'll say the word.
You don't think about it.
And then you just say it and see if you guys are saying the same thing.
Okay.
Okay. First word. Show.
Time.
Well, hold on. I thought we were going to do some sort of a countdown.
Well, okay. This is why I said immediately.
I know, but my brain doesn't work immediately today, at least.
Okay. Do you want to do like a 1, 2, 3?
Okay.
Okay.
You said show.
Well, now
I'm going to use a different word.
I don't know. I wouldn't have said show time. I would have probably said. I was thinking of like television. I probably
so
said
it's not completing a word.
No, it's like
just the first thing that comes to your mind.
Like association.
Yeah, I mean, it's like most of the people that do it, it's like what would be a word that like precedes that word. So it could be like a phrase.
Okay, all right. So we'll do a 3, 2, 1.
Yes. Okay, next
you can
word.
Skip that one.
Yes, next word. Ice.
Okay.
Cute.
Road truckers. Cute. Okay, all right. I'm going to try harder now.
Hold on, you weren't trying with road truckers?
It's the first thing that came to my mind, but.
That's a good show. I think you were still stuck on show.
Yeah, well, I'm still thinking about television.
Your brain's too slow.
Do you want me to do the countdown out loud?
Yeah, do the countdown.
Okay, next
You
word.
did it in your head that time?
Well, I didn't know if you guys were going to count down.
Okay.
No, yeah, you do the countdown.
Okay, last. 1, 2, 3.
Meals. Come on.
That's good.
But they're both shows.
Yeah, but one
Last
we own.
of Us.
One,
Yeah, I know.
One we benefit from.
Exactly. You gotta push the agenda, man. Last meals
Okay. All
on
right.
Mythical Kitchen Channel.
You win that one. Not that it's a competition.
All right, clean. 1, 2, 3.
Brush.
Mister.
Mr. Clean. All right. Go ahead.
Well, what did you say?
I said brush.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
I don't know why. I like to clean with a brush, like a toothbrush. I came from the dentist this morning. I cleaned my teeth with the brush.
Got that on the brain. Okay, next one. Air. 1.
Hold on, let's really try.
Yeah. The first thing that comes to my I'm just doing the first thing that comes to my mind.
right.
And I'm sticking to it.
All right.
1, 2, 3.
Quality.
Breathe. Air quality. Okay. Are you just trying to finish, like put a word with it? Because don't do that. Just do
No,
association.
I'm literally doing the first thing that comes up, but
Okay.
a lot of times
All
that
right.
is a completion of a thought.
Okay. All right.
Okay, ready? Green. 1, 2, 3.
Frog.
Jolly.
Jolly. Green.
Like Jolly Green
Giant. Okay. All right. I almost said Kermit. We were both saying like
Okay.
mascots.
I couldn't remember his name. I just pictured him in my head.
Jolly. Oh, his first name's Jolly.
Okay, potato. 1, 2, 3.
Mister.
Fries. You did Mr. Clean and Mr. Potato?
It just works. I only think of mascots for products.
Okay.
What's wrong with me? Mr.
right.
Potato, Mr. Clean, and Jolly Green
All right, I'm
Giant.
gonna try to go your direction.
No, don't try anything.
Okay.
Okay, big. 1, 2, 3.
Tom
Hanks.
Oh! What? Seriously?
Yeah.
Big as Tom Hanks.
Yeah. I
He's in
was
the
a little
movie.
bit after you, but that was what I was gonna say.
Haven't seen it, but I know he's in it.
Wait.
You haven't
What?
seen it?
I haven't seen it. And you know what? I don't care to. He's a kid in an adult's body.
Just because you know what the movie's about doesn't mean you've seen it. It's just like if that.
Well, I didn't say that. I
hold
just
on.
said I hadn't seen it.
Hold on. Don't see a need to. I know it's about a man and a boy's body. Like knowing what a movie's about that's not the same as experiencing the movie.
But it
That's
is a
what you-
reason
that's
to
what
not
you-
see the movie.
No, it's not.
I want to see this movie. It's from the 80s. It's dated.
Knowing what
probably.
it's about is how you decide to see a movie.
They probably have plot points that hinge on outdated technology, like corded
On the
phones.
long list of movies that you should see, Big is not on that list for me.
What about Splash?
Splash is not either. There's so many movies to get to before you get to Big and Splash.
This star Tom Hanks.
All right.
Okay, let's do a couple more.
We got it right though.
Yeah.
Why are we arguing?
Let's do it again.
Okay. Michael. 1, 2, 3.
Jackson. Michael Keegan?
Keaton.
Keaton? Michael Keaton. I don't even know who that is. He's from Family Ties.
Batman?
Oh, yeah. Michael Keaton. Oh, yeah, I remember
Michael
him.
Keaton.
Batman, I've seen that. Yeah.
Okay,
Michael Jackson. Michael Jordan.
I don't think of Michael Jackson.
Keaton?
I don't think of Michael Jackson very often.
Michael Jordan?
I try not to. Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton.
Okay.
Right.
Do you want me to try to match you or just, I'm trying to do just the first thing that comes to my mind.
Yeah, you try to match me.
And you try to match me.
No, I'm going to be me, and you try
Oh,
to
no.
match me.
Let's try to figure out what we would have in common, and I think we'll get it right.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, music. 1,
Hold on. Okay.
2,
Hold on. We are so angry right now. I'm just joking.
Okay.
3.
Well, hold on. What's the word?
Music.
Music is such a hard word. Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Country.
Bass.
Bass.
I'm all about that bass, man.
Okay. All right.
Dang.
Okay. Bike. 1, 2, 3.
Mountain.
Double. Come on, we rode a double bike.
Yep, but you ride a mountain bike
But you don't.
all the time.
And you didn't tell me to think about myself. You said to think about us.
Okay. So when I said think about us, I wasn't thinking like, how does this thing connect us to an experience? I was like, what would be the first thing that both of us might think about if we had a second to think about? So are you trying to tie it to an experience that we've had? Or are you trying to tie it to?
It has to work for both of us.
But in what sense?
In any sense.
Okay.
Like you don't ride a mountain bike. It has nothing to do with you. But a double bike,
So, okay.
we've ridden together.
So right, so that's a different, that's not what I understood. What I understood we were doing is this like, we're trying to say the thing that we would both think of, not the thing that we both have experiential
All right.
knowledge of.
All right, now we're just something that we both think of.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Pine. 1, 2, 3.
Tree. That's easy.
Okay,
That's
right?
easy.
I'm glad you didn't say
that was
nuts.
the easy one. I almost said Hearst.
Okay, all right. See,
The golf course,
if we
the
think
town in
about
North
what
Carolina.
we're trying to do, like trying to say the same thing,
Okay.
we're gonna get
But that
this.
one was too easy. Tom Hanks, that was pretty good.
Tom Hanks was really good. Okay. Pool. 1, 2, 3.
Float.
Lifeguard. That's a tough one. There's a lot of things you can
Lifeguard.
think of.
Most pools I go to don't have lifeguards.
Yeah, it's your problem. Hold
He's going to sneeze,
on.
and we'll take another.
Apple. 1, 2, 3.
Bottom.
Computer. What did you say?
Bottom.
Bottom? Apple
bottom
bottom
jeans.
jeans? That's really what you thought of?
I'm really surprised no one said pie.
Yeah, that would be.
Why would we say that?
Because you like pie.
I don't like apple
He doesn't
pie.
like apple pie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like the apples in it.
Okay. That was
If it was just an applesauce pie, I'd really like
that was a miss. That was a miss.
Applesauce pie. That's a good idea.
Okay.
No, it's not. Let's put the most bland representation of apples into a pie. Okay.
Okay. Flash. 1, 2, 3.
Speed.
Dance. Okay.
All right, one more.
One more. Okay.
Until we get, we gotta
Until
get,
we
we
get
we gotta
one
get
more.
one more.
Okay. Hot. 1, 2, 3.
For
Pants.
teacher.
Oh, we were in the same place, kind of.
Okay.
Hot pants. All right. We're going to get this.
Okay. Sauce. 1, 2, 3.
Hot.
Barbecue.
Oh. Because he just said hot.
Yeah.
Just said hot. But being barbecue, yeah. Okay.
Okay. Blue. 1, 2, 3.
Cheese.
I didn't have anything.
You didn't have anything for blue?
No.
Blue cheese, your favorite type of cheese.
Yep. I don't even think about it. Okay.
Okay. Christopher. 1, 2, 3.
Lloyd.
Guest.
Oh, God.
At least we didn't say.
All right.
At least we didn't
Come on.
say
Keep going.
Columbus.
Keep going. We don't need to overthink this.
Okay. Wallet. 1, 2, 3.
And
Cash.
grommet.
That's Wallace.
Wallet and grommet? You're such a loser.
I'm just saying that.
Wallet and grommet. It's not even it.
It was
dude.
all straight to DVD. It was straight to DVD.
Wow. Wallet and grommet. Cash, man.
Okay.
Okay. Stick. 1, 2, 3.
Fire.
Fetch. Ooh, I thought we had it.
Fetch.
We had both had F words. We're getting close.
Okay. Record. 1, 2, 3.
Vinyl.
Needle. Okay.
Doctor. 1, 2, 3.
Finger.
Of love.
He uses their fingers a lot. I don't know. Doctor of love? You're not even trying anymore.
No, I am trying.
You're giving up. What even is a doctor of love?
I don't know.
Like, you don't even know. It's not a thing.
Doctor of Love? Yeah, it's like there's a song about it. There's a Doctor of Love song.
What? There's not. Who sings it? No, you can't use your phone.
Yeah, I can.
Doctor of Love.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's the name of a song somewhere, somehow, but not one that any of us are familiar with, including you.
No,
By-
it's like a 50 song.
Austin Atto.
Doctor of Love. I don't know.
Well, there's Calling Dr. Love. Then there's Ask Dr. Love.
No, neither of these are Dr. Love. You should have said Finger.
Okay.
That's how
Okay.
doctors doctor, man.
Peanut. 1, 2, 3.
Allergy.
For sure.
Hold on.
Oh, man.
Hold on.
I said the first thing that came to my mind.
Oh, you can't be mad at me ever again.
All right, Dr. Love, that's on me.
Same page.
Come on, all right, give me another one. Peanut. Allergy.
Sweater. 1, 2, 3.
Christmas. Please keep going. It hurts.
Sweater vest.
Ball. 1, 2, 3.
And
Basket.
chain.
There's no way. We're getting further apart.
I
on
don't know.
everything.
We have to get we have to go until we get one.
Okay.
Okay. Hammer. 1, 2, 3.
Nail.
MC.
MC Hammer? He even dropped MC from his own name.
I
He
thought
should have taken the hint.
Gonna be it.
you were like this. I was like, he's gonna say
I
hammer.
thought that
too.
was gonna.
Nail!
I was like, he's gonna say MC.
Everyone listening was thinking nail.
Yeah. Okay.
I was thinking you were gonna say MC.
Oh, you thought we both were gonna say
I
MC.
thought you-
See?
MC Hammer. I mean, he just goes by Hammer now. Y'all.
Okay. When we loved him, it was MC
He
Hammer.
dropped it.
Okay. Rainbow. 1, 2, 3.
Gold. Gay. All right. Come on, keep going. I don't want to bask in losing.
I love this. Okay. Belt. 1, 2, 3.
Pants. Black belt.
Yeah.
Oh, like a karate?
Like a karate.
Okay.
Nest. 1, 2, 3.
Camera.
Yes.
Well, it's a brand name of camera.
It is. It is. But it took me a second to figure out where your mind was.
Oh, God. Bird. Should have said bird. You should have said nail.
Camera.
This could have been over years ago. If you'd have just said what I've said earlier, we'd have been done.
Well, if you had said bird, the camera.
Okay. Bowling. 1, 2, 3.
Alley.
Yes! Instead of ball, we didn't say ball.
We didn't say bow.
We said alley.
Woo, man, that really took the life out of me. Wow.
How well do you know your best friend? Could you get more of those than we did?
Oh my God. There's another
bet
game
you
that would be
could.
so
That's the
much
beauty.
fun.
We don't really think alike. That's the beauty of our relationship.
We agree on a lot of things, but we don't think alike. So we arrive at the same conclusion in different ways. Oh, you're here too.
Yeah.
We'll take that as a strength and something to celebrate. But please call us and tell us that you peed the bed if you're a
Please,
middle-aged man.
Please,
That's
please,
really what we
please.
care
Even
about.
if it's not true, please.
I mean, no, it needs to be true
Make me
because we
feel
can tell
better.
if you're lying. So do that.
Hopefully it happens more often than I thought.
Yeah. I think we asked people to do it when I peed the bed, and we got a few people. making
We
me-
got a lot. It happens.
And now,
Oh, really? Good.
but no, we're asking for it again
Yes, we need refreshed stories.
Yeah.
to make Rhett feel better this time.
Right.
All right. Talk at you next week.
Hey, Rhett Link. This is Sarah from West Virginia. Just wanted to call and say that my husband and I have fully adopted your phrase, "We're still good," from the Will at Barbecue episode. We are small business owners. We own a coffee shop / bakery, and it can be challenging to say the least. And when everything just seems to be going wrong, one of us will yell, "We're still good," and it makes us laugh every single time and brings us out of that. So thank you for bringing smiles to all us mythical beasts. Have a great day, guys. We love you. Bye.